Have you ever caught her quickly looking at you and then shyly averting her eyes, maybe even blushing? You might be confused, wondering if she's just being polite or if she's really interested in you. When a woman is interested in and missing you, she often has a hard time hiding her instinctive responses. From her smiles to her subtle actions and every word she says, they could all be hints that you're on her mind. Today, we'll look at 11 subtle but clear signs that she's definitely missing you and wanting your attention. We'll look at these signs from the interesting point of view of Stoicism, which will help you understand her better. If you feel the same way about her, don't miss this video. It could be your way to a deeper connection. Please remember to like and subscribe our channel to help it grow. If you think this video is helpful, please share it with someone else who might also find it useful. Also, feel free to leave a comment with your thoughts. Your feedback is very important and helps our community grow. Now, let's start with number 1. She shows nervousness in the Stoic philosophy. We are taught to be sharp watchers so that we can read and understand the subtle signs that life sends us. For example, when a woman shows signs of anxiety, there is more to it than just being worried. Those small, often uncontrollable movements can be a clear sign of how she's feeling emotionally and how excited she is to be around you. For example, if you're talking to a woman and you notice that she's constantly twirling her hair or biting her nails, these actions may seem unimportant at first, but they're actually signs of the nervous energy she's feeling because she's attracted to you. It's like her body doesn't know how to handle all the emotions she's feeling, which is shown by these restless, fidgety movements. Let's make a clear picture. As you talk about everything and nothing in a cozy corner of a cafe, she keeps adjusting a ring on her finger, tapping her foot lightly under the table, or lightly brushing her arm. These aren't random things she does. They're ways for her to deal with the wave of excitement and nerves she's feeling. Your presence makes her mind so excited that it appears in these small, repetitive actions. These nervous behaviors are her way of trying to control her anxiety and keep a calm attitude while you're around. They are direct reflections of the strong emotions she holds inside when she's around you. By recognizing and decoding these signs, you can better understand how she feels and how you affect her deeply. If you notice that she plays with her hair or jewelry a lot during your meetings, take these as signs that she is interested and excited. This information should help you keep a calm and steady attitude, which is what Stoics do. Your calm reaction can give her a sense of stability, which will make the mood between you two more relaxed and enjoyable. In short, by recognizing and understanding these anxious habits, you strengthen your relationship with her. This shows that you are not only there, but also aware of and responding to her subtle signs. This attentive understanding can significantly strengthen the bond between you. So the next time you notice these seemingly insignificant behaviors, remember they are not mere tics. They are meaningful indicators of her thoughts and feelings towards you. Number 2, she asks about your hobbies. When a woman often asks about your interests and hobbies, it's not just small talk, it's a clear indicator that she's thinking about you a lot. This kind of curiosity is about more than just filling a silence. It shows she's genuinely interested in getting to know you on a deeper level. From a Stoic perspective, this behavior reflects a desire to connect with the core of who you are, focusing on your personal passions and values rather than superficial qualities like your appearance or social status. Let's say, for example, you're chatting about your favorite book or a hobby you're passionate about. If she probes further, asking questions like, what intrigues you about that book? Or how did you become interested in that hobby? It's evident that her interest in you is sincere. These are the questions. More than just niceties. They show how interested she is in what makes you truly happy and fulfilled. Instead of saying something like, that sounds like fun, Think about a time when you talk about how much you love camping. By asking what's the most memorable hike you've ever been on, or what you enjoy most about hiking, she's not only listening, but also wanting to understand your experiences and what makes them important to you. According to the Stoic philosophy, making deep connections with others is essential to living a good life. By asking about your interests, she's not just making conversation, she's showing a genuine desire to see beyond your exterior and connect with your true self. Her persistent curiosity and effort to understand you better are signs that you're often on her mind. They show that she values you not just as a casual acquaintance, but as someone she wants to truly understand and connect with deeply. So the next time she asks these deep questions, take it as her way of telling you that she cares about you. 3. Her eyes tell the whole story. This level of interest and engagement is a strong sign that you're regularly on her mind, and she wants to build a meaningful relationship with you based on mutual understanding and a real interest in your inner world. Have you ever been with someone whose eyes seem to follow you around like a flashlight? Let us draw a picture. You're at a social event where everyone is talking and laughing. There's one woman whose eyes keep finding you. Every time you look her way, she quickly looks away as if she's trying to be cool, but those quick glances are a dead giveaway that you're the main character in her mind's story. Now imagine you're sitting across from her at a cozy coffee shop, where the smell of coffee mixes with the background noise of conversations as you share stories. You notice that she's not just looking at you, her gaze is fixed on you, as if she's trying to remember every detail. When your eyes meet, she quickly looks away, but it's not because she's bored. It could be a flutter of what could be a daydream of better times together. On the other hand, someone who sees you only as a friend wouldn't have that intense focus. Their eyes wouldn't follow you around the room or linger on your face during conversation. They'd be more detached and spread out in their attention. This level of attention comes from basic human psychology. Eye contact isn't just a social cue. It's a connection that releases chemicals in the brain that make us feel close and attached. If she can't stop looking at you, even if she's embarrassed to, it makes you feel close to her. A rush of bonding hormones now. Let's connect this to Stoicism, a philosophy that values understanding, awareness, and control. Stoics stress observing without immediate reaction and understanding without judgment. When you notice these signs in her, her longing looks and soft smiles, it's a chance to practice Stoicism by staying calm and observant. Isn't about playing games or manipulating people. It's about understanding how people feel and keeping your cool. If she looks at you a lot, it means she's probably thinking about you a lot. This should give you confidence, but remember the Stoic way. 4. She remembers small things. Isn't it amazing how little things can mean so much? For example, if you're talking to a woman and casually mention your favorite brand of cookies or your hobby of collecting stamps, she might bring you a pack of those exact cookies during a casual hangout or find an old stamp to add to your collection. Why does this matter? It's one of the clearest signs that she's not just listening, but is genuinely interested in your life. This isn't just about having a good memory. It's to show that she values the times you spend together. Stoicism stresses being present and appreciating what's important. That's why when she remembers those little things or inside jokes, it's not just about the details. It's about showing that she cares deeply about what's important to you, making you a frequent thought in her mind. Here's an example that you can relate to. In a chat, you tell her that as a child, you always looked forward to Sunday mornings, because that's when your grandfather would make his special pancakes. A few weeks later, she surprises you by inviting you over on Sunday morning with pancakes made in the same way. This is more than just thoughtful. It's a meaningful gesture. She remembered something you value, something that makes you smile, and she made it happen. That's more than just remembering a detail. That's cherishing your happiness from a Stoic point of view. These actions show a meaningful investment in your relationship. Stoicism tells us to focus on what we can change and to find great value in the people we connect with. When she brings up these small details of your life, it shows that she's not only listening, but also values what you have to say. This careful attention to detail shows that she cares about you emotionally. It also shows that she knows your likes, dislikes, and even your quirks. She's trying to connect with you on a deeper level. When she notices the little things, she's saying, "You're important to me. Your shared experiences, no matter how small, are important to me." By noticing and appreciating these gestures, you build a bond based on mutual respect and understanding, which are important ideas in Stoicism. The fact that she pays attention to even the smallest details shows that she cares about and values her relationship with you. This level of care and attention shows that she is becoming more emotionally invested in you and that you hold a special place in her life. 5. She mimics your tone and body language. Have you ever caught someone subtly copying the way you talk or your body language? Mirroring is more than just copying. It's a strong sign that she's paying attention to you and wants to connect with you on a deeper level through the lessons of Stoicism. We know that our actions and thoughts are deeply connected and affect not only our own lives, but also how we interact with others. When a woman mirrors your speech patterns or body language, it's her subconscious aligning with your energy and subtly seeking your approval. This isn't just copying. It's a form of communication that's both quiet and profound, revealing a significant level of interest and attraction. For example, you might be on a date and be talking when you notice that she leans forward. This is an act of mirroring that might be so subtle that it's almost impossible to notice, but it's a clear sign that she's in sync with you and is trying to make a connection from an evolutionary psychology point of view. Mirroring is a way to connect with someone because it makes us feel like we have a common identity and understand each other better. When she does things like crossing her arms like you do or sitting in the same way, her mind is working to build a connection with you, a bridge between the two of you now in step with your rhythm. Pay attention to how she talks. If you use a certain slang or term, does she start using it in her own conversations too? If you have a unique way of speaking, like a certain cadence, does she start using it in her own conversations too? It shows that she's paying attention because she's not just hearing what you say, she's really feeling what you're saying. What's even more telling is if she copies your facial expressions, like a smile, a surprised look, or a thoughtful frown. If she does this, it means that you two are deeply connected emotionally. Stoicism shows us how important it is to pay attention, understand, and take care of our relationships. The Stoic idea that everything is connected makes sense when you look at mirroring habits. If she mirrors you, it means she wants to get closer to you and build a deeper relationship. If you pay attention to these small signs, you can better understand how she feels and react in ways that support a real relationship. Stoicism isn't just about controlling yourself, it's also about making sure your deeds match your values. Seeing and appreciating these mirroring moments can lead to deeper, more meaningful connections based on mutual respect and understanding. If you're still with us after this journey, take a moment to think about what you've learned. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below, or you can just type 100% to show your interest. Your involvement shows that you understand our message. Let's move on to number 6. She takes care of how she looks. Have you ever caught someone quickly checking their reflection, fixing their hair, or adjusting their clothes as you walk into the room? These small, seemingly unconscious actions might not just be normal, they're probably big signs that you're thinking about them. Self-grooming is more than just a habit. It's a deeply ingrained evolutionary behavior that shows interest. Let's look into this interesting fact and see how it relates to Stoicism and how we think about how people act. When a woman does these things, straightening her hair, putting on makeup, or looking in the mirror, it's clear that she's aware that you're there. This behavior has deep roots in our evolutionary past, when being attractive and well-groomed was important for finding a mate. In those times, these actions were necessary for survival and reproduction, and they still have deep meanings today. From a Stoic point of view, it's important to watch and understand these actions today without getting too emotional about them. The Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius told people how important it was to see, by looking past the surface, to understand why people do the things they do and how they feel, by noticing these grooming signs. You're not just seeing someone try to look their best, you're also picking up on their feelings and the subtle signals they're sending. For example, let's say you're at a party and there's someone there that interests you. You notice that she often fixes her hair or dresses up when you're nearby. These actions aren't just random, they're driven by a subconscious desire to appear attractive to you. She's basically getting ready for interaction, maybe even courtship, without even realizing it. Realizing this can give you a lot of power. It's not enough to just know that she might be interested in you. You need to understand the human feelings that are driving these actions as well. She feels more drawn to you subconsciously if these care behaviors are more obvious and happen more often. It shows how nervous she is and her natural desire to make herself more attractive to get your attention. As you notice these signs, it's important to stay cool and collected by following the Stoic principles of self-awareness and emotional control. Recognize her efforts, but don't let them greatly affect your feelings or actions. Instead, use this information to guide your interactions with confidence and clarity. In essence, these unconscious grooming behaviors are a strong sign that a woman is thinking about you and wants to get your attention by understanding, because Stoicism helps you understand the complicated dynamics of human attraction. You can better understand the evolutionary and psychological roots of these actions. Pay attention to these signals, but always keep your inner balance. This balanced method will not only help you understand her interest better, but it will also help you be more stoic in your relationships. She brings good vibes. Have you ever noticed how some people can light up a room just by being there? They walk in now, think about her. Does she seem exponentially happier, more cheerful and prone to giggles when you're around? If you find her bursting into laughter, sporting a wide smile, and maintaining a generally positive demeanor in your presence, it's not just a fleeting mood, it's a profound signal of her joy, simply from being near you. Let's dive deeper into why this happens. From an evolutionary standpoint, expressing positivity through smiles, laughter and vibrant body language was a way our ancestors signaled attractiveness and compatibility to potential mates. These behaviors are deeply embedded in our psychological makeup, serving as cues in our modern-day mating rituals when she can't stop laughing or grinning around you. It subtly reveals her subconscious delight in your company, a sign that even if she tries to hide it, her true feelings are peeking through. Imagine this. You're both at a lively social gathering surrounded by friends. You crack a joke and she's the first to laugh. Her laughter is louder, more heartfelt than anyone else's throughout the evening. You catch her glancing your way, her eyes sparking with excitement every time you speak. Even when you're mingling with others, her positivity seems to spike. This isn't mere friendliness, it's a clear sign she enjoys your company and might be thinking about you more than she admits. From a Stoic perspective, recognizing these signals offers a valuable opportunity to navigate your interactions with wisdom and equanimity. Stoicism tells us to look around and understand what's going on around us without getting too attached to the results. Take note of her laughter and positive energy as signs that she is interested, but stay fixed in your own sense of self-worth and inner peace. By following Stoic principles, you can keep a balanced view. Enjoy the fun and energy she brings to your interactions with her, but don't let her emotions make you happy. Remember that real Stoicism is about being happy with yourself, no matter what other people say. This way of thinking not only makes you more attractive, but it also keeps your emotional health separate from how other people see or react to you. So the next time you see her joy and excitement rising when you're around, take it as a sign that you should enjoy these moments and the happiness she gives off, but stay true to your Stoic beliefs. This balanced approach will not only make you more attractive, but it will also help you handle the complicated parts of relationships with more knowledge and grace. This will let her miss and love you naturally, without you having to do anything. Number 8. She laughed out loud at your jokes. Picture this. You tell a joke. It could be a simple pun or a light-hearted remark, but she laughs so hard that it seems like the laughter is too strong for the joke itself. It's not just because she finds you funny. The behavior shows that she's really interested in your companion and wants to make a mark. Even the smallest jokes make her laugh, which means she's thinking about you more than you think and loves the rapport. You're building up to this scene. You tell a joke, maybe a simple pun or a light-hearted quip, and she laughs so hard that it seems like the laughter is too strong for the joke itself. This isn't just because she finds you funny. It means she's interested in you and wants to make an impression. The fact that she laughs at even the most boring jokes you tell her shows that she cares about you more than you think. You're building picture that during a casual meeting you tell a funny but slightly strange joke instead of just smiling. She laughs back with a big, happy laugh, and her eyes light up in a way that shows how much she's enjoying herself. This may seem like too much, but it's a strong sign that she's interested. On a deeper level, she's using your humor to feel closer to you. Her laughter isn't just for fun, it's a deliberate attempt to strengthen the bond she feels with you. If we look at this from a Stoic point of view, we must recognize this behavior without letting it boost our egos too much. Stoicism teaches us to keep our cool and not let outside opinions affect us too much. In this case, understand that her over-the-top laughter is a way for her to show how she feels and try to connect with you more deeply. It's a smart move on her part to make sure she makes the most of these times of shared happiness, which strengthens your knowledge and acceptance of each other. This happy response is because she wants to be close to you and make you think there is a special dynamic between the two of you by strongly responding to your jokes. She's not just responding to the humor, she's also trying to make you feel better about the special bond that's growing between you two. By doing this, she hopes to confirm her own feelings and the importance of the relationship that's growing. So the next time she laughs too hard at one of your jokes, take it as a compliment, but remember that it's not just about the joke. It's about her desire to make a lasting, meaningful connection with you. Accept these situations with the written assurance of a calm person who knows that your presence has a big effect on her. Number 9 of feelings. She finds reasons to talk to you. If a woman starts coming up with random reasons to talk to you, it means that you are often on her mind. From a Stoic point of view, this is a natural way for her to seek a deeper connection and a reflection of her deepest thoughts and feelings toward you. For example, you could be working at your desk when she comes over with a question about the copy machine, which she has probably used many times before. Or she might text you out of the blue asking for advice on something she could easily figure out herself. Google. These small exchanges may not seem important at first, but they are actually her sneaky ways of getting to know you better. For example, she might ask you about your plans for the weekend. People who practice Stoicism are taught to observe and think about actions without judging them right away. They try to figure out the deeper meanings behind them. Her frequent, even if minor, attempts to talk to you aren't just about the current topic. They show her strong desire to connect. For her, it's not the content of the conversation that matters, but the act of communication itself. Imagine catching her bringing up a movie you mentioned weeks ago or asking your opinion on something very unimportant. These aren't just casual comments. They're deliberate attempts to start a conversation and keep you interested. Her mind is full of thoughts of you, and these made-up excuses are her way of, from a Stoic point of view, bridging the physical and emotional gap between you. Shows that her actions are driven by a deep emotional need. She finds it hard to keep you out of her mind and finds comfort in your interactions. This habit of making up reasons to talk to you shows that she wants to connect with you and shows how much you mean to her. Every conversation she starts is an opportunity for her to feel closer to you. It's her way of selfishly monopolizing your attention and time, even if the topics seem unimportant. By noticing these behaviors, you can get a better sense of how she feels and how interested she is in you. 10. She calls you without a specific reason. Isn't it interesting when your phone rings and her name pops up? She's not calling because she needs something urgently or has something important to share. She's calling because you've been on her mind. From a Stoic point of view, this sudden contact is a strong sign that she likes and is interested in you. From a philosophical point of view, there is an interesting idea called sympathia that stresses how all living things are linked. This idea says that our lives are connected and naturally affect each other. If she contacts you without a clear reason, it means that she values the bond you share and feels a strong connection to you. It's almost as if your essence has nudged her spirit, pushing her to make a move. Imagine that you're going about your daily life, maybe at work or doing a hobby, and all of a sudden you get a text message from her saying, "Hey, just thinking about you," or casual "What's up?" These messages may seem simple at first, but they have a deeper meaning. They mean that she stopped everything she was doing and thought of you during her busy day. That's not just a trivial buzz on your phone, it shows how important you are to her. Let's look at a real-life example. Let's say you and she had a great time talking about your favorite movies last night. The next day, she sends you a funny quote from one of the movies you talked about, texts you a picture of something that made her think of you, or calls you on her break to see how your morning went. These actions may seem small, but they're meant to keep the connection going. With every message and call, she's saying, "You're important to me." Remember that it's these small, consistent actions that build a real, deep relationship. When she tries to reach out to you without a big reason, she's subtly telling you that you're important to her. This is a strong sign of her interest, and it's important to her. So the next time you get a text or call from her out of the blue, take a moment to appreciate what it really means. It's not just the words on the screen, but also the meaning and emotion behind them. See it as a clear sign that she's thinking about you, and relish these moments. They are important building blocks for a deeper, more meaningful relationship. 11th, she comes up with reasons to stay a little longer. When a woman finds reasons to stay a little longer, it's not just that she's being nice. It's a sign that she really wants to spend time with you. It's getting late after a fun night, and even though it's time to say goodbye, she seems to be dragging her feet. She might offer one last cup of coffee. From a Stoic point of view, this behavior shows how people naturally want to make deep, meaningful connections with others. For example, suggest a short walk under the stars, or bring up a topic that starts a conversation that lasts for another hour. This isn't just about putting off the end of the day, it's about enjoying every extra minute with you. Stoicism, a way of life based on valuing the present and controlling your emotions well, tells us to notice and respect these real interactions. Even though these times are short, they hold a lot of meaning, beauty and meaning in our lives. Think about a time when you had a deep relationship with someone. As the night goes on, she finds small, seemingly unimportant reasons to spend more time with you. For example, you both laughed at an inside joke. Whether she's taking a moment to think or dancing on the spot to a song from a nearby speaker, she does things on purpose. A subtle declaration that your presence offers her a sense of joy and comfort. This reluctance to part ways isn't just about not wanting to be alone. It's about her preference to remain in a joyful and calm, comforting environment. Your company, it's a natural human response to want to prolong positive experiences and the feelings they evoke. Her lingering is her way of saying that she values the moment she spends with you, cherishing the emotional warmth and connection she experiences as someone who practices Stoicism. You can approach this situation with understanding and appreciation, recognize the value of these shared moments, and respond with equal warmth and sincerity. Show that you too cherish the time spent together and that her feelings are met with mutual respect and affection. This not only deepens your bond, but also builds a foundation for a meaningful and enduring relationship in essence. When a woman finds reasons to stay a little longer, it's a profound indicator that she values your presence and the emotional fulfillment it brings. By understanding and valuing these moments through the lens of Stoicism, you foster a relationship rooted in mutual respect, genuine affection, and a deep appreciation for the present. As we wrap up today's discussion on the undeniable signs that you're on her mind, I hope that the Stoic points of view we've talked about together have helped you see these signs in a new way. Whether it's the long looks she gives you, or the fidgety movements she makes when you're around, or the depth and purpose behind the talks she starts every time, behavior can tell you a lot about how she feels about you. If this video helped you understand these signs, or if you've seen someone else do them, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. We value your thoughts and personal experiences, so please leave a comment below to share your stories or any other insights you may have. If you're interested in how Stoicism can further affect your relationships and everyday life, be sure to watch the videos that are popping up now. Thanks for watching, and remember that every day is a new chance to observe, learn, and deepen your understanding of others and yourself. See you in the next video.